If you told us a week ago that we would be flying back to the States, we would say you're crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about our God, is that he walks us through the crazy times.
We're going to Scotland!
You could always try mushy peas. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. I just got back from church and had a good morning, but you probably noticed in the vlogs my hair is getting out of control. It is way longer than it should be, so it's time for a haircut this morning. Not quite sure what it'll look like when I'm done, but here we go. Well, here's the end result. What do you think? Just kidding, here it is. And nice and fresh. Mary likes it, and that's all that counts.
I'm at church on my couch. Moody Church live from Chicago. Something about the vest is it makes my nose itch.
Me too. Whenever I tried it, I'm like constantly like.
Yeah. I don't know this song. And this is the same Bible I used to bring to church, to Moody Church.
So
When I
Moody,
lived there.
yeah, Moody Church is the church that Mary and I were part of when we lived in Chicago, when we did our undergrad, and it's a really, really cool church, and it's fun to take part online, live. Pretty cool.
So when I started those IVs, they sent me home with an EpiPen because I couldn't remember if I had one at home, and so anyway, they sent me home with a new one, and the nurse said, just check the one, if you have one at home, check the expiration date. So I just found it in my medical boxes, and sure enough, it's expired. And then I was just gonna throw it away. And then I was like, wait a second, I've never done an EpiPen. I've done the practice one.
Sorry about that.
And so it's really scary to me to think if I ever needed to do it, I wouldn't really know. Am I doing it right? Okay, the directions. We need to practice. But it's expired drug, so it's trash, so we're not wasting it. And I also am not going to use it on myself.
And also, I was just cleaning the kitchen, which is all nice and clean in there. And there's some onions that are going bad, so.
The onion needs an EpiPen.
Yep.
Here we do.
Here we go.
Here we do. Okay, so it says, number 1, remove. Let's pretend the onion is having an allergic reaction.
Wait, what kind of allergic reaction? What are the symptoms?
It's allergic to the potatoes that were next to it.
Okay.
So
could it have a fever?
It's having a scratchy throat, and it's feeling shortness of breath. It's feeling really stressed out about it. It's really.
Okay, good thing you have an EpiPen.
Yes, I do. So, okay, don't worry. Yeah, epinephrine auto-injector. This is like kinder time on steroids on epinephrine.
Okay, swing and firmly push orange tip against outer thigh so it clicks. And hold on thigh approximately 10 seconds to deliver drug. Number 3, seek emergency medical attention.
So that's the orange tip. So it shows to hold it like this and swing it down and jam it into your thigh. But since the onion doesn't have a thigh, we'll just put it straight into its head. Okay, ready?
Okay, ready for this?
I'm really scared.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna miss, aren't I?
But you have to jam it.
Oh!
Nice. You have to hold it for 10 seconds.
I think the needle already went away.
Oh, bummer. Well,
Man! I messed it up!
Hopefully the onion.
I think I have a second one.
Hopefully the.
I'm gonna try again.
Hopefully the onion got enough drug.
Oh, man. Well, so actually, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It was hard because I thought the onion was going to move around.
So, if your onions are ever allergic to the potatoes, you can watch this video.
You'll know just what to do. I'm going to go look for the other EpiPen.
Okay. Hey guys, so we had a really hard decision to make in the past few days. As you've seen in the vlogs, we have seen Mary's health declining and her lung function is down. And yesterday, we made the decision that it's going to be best for her health that both of us go back to the States to see her doctors in Boston. And so yesterday we made a couple videos talking about this and explaining these next steps and these next days ahead. But basically, when you guys are watching this, it'll be tomorrow, Tuesday, that we are flying to Boston. So I'm going to play back the footage from yesterday so you guys can see. We wanted to wait to show you until we got all the details in place and talked to the right people. So
basically, on Wednesday, we went to the CF clinic and we saw that my lung function numbers had gone down even more. So we had a discussion with my Boston doctors, and basically we need to try some other treatment options which are available in the US.
yeah, and part of it is the doctors in Boston know Mary.
Yeah.
They've followed her disease the last 4 years, and the doctors here just don't know her body. They don't know her disease as well. And
Just because the limitation of the time that we've spent here.
yeah, and so it's really a matter of, this has been a really, really hard decision for us to make, and we have sought the Lord for wisdom and poured our hearts out to him, and it really hasn't been easy. It's taken a lot of input from her doctor in Boston and assessing every positive and negative about being here, staying here, and we just decided we are seeing her lungs decline week after week.
Yeah.
And we don't want to look back on this time and regret not doing something about it.
Yeah.
And we feel like the best thing right now would be to go back to the States to see her doctors who know her, who are ready and willing to take her in the hospital for a couple of weeks and try to figure out something to get her feeling better.
And we also we fully acknowledge the fact that, you know, I'm on the same antibiotics I would be on in the States, and it's not like it's Scotland's fault that I'm sick. Like,
Yeah.
I could just be the same exact health I would be in the States. But the thing is, like Peter was saying, we have to go back to try just to make sure that we are doing everything we possibly can. And I may or may not, my lung function may or may not improve. And we're okay with that. We're just saying, okay, Lord, we feel like to be the best stewards of this body, we need to go back and do everything we possibly can. And if I get better, great. If I stay exactly the same, the Lord will give us wisdom to know how to live the fullest life possible, even when I'm coughing and throwing up every day or whatever it is, you know? Like, we're open to either way, but we do need to go back so that we can try everything.
Try everything we can.
Yeah.
And we really feel at peace about, number one, like, to be honest, one of the big factors in this decision has been, like, well, it's a lot of money to fly back to the States for healthcare when we have free healthcare here, and like it's just it's a big decision. But then when we step back and look at how God has guided us in this journey and how he's provided for us, and he's given us the abundance of money that we can fly back and do this. And it's just a confirmation that, yeah, we believe God brought us here for a reason, and we're thankful to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm learning and growing, and we've both grown. You've watched us grow and walk through life with us, and
Yeah.
and we don't feel like having to go back is a failure
No.
at all. We feel like this is part of the journey, and some of life's journey is just unexpected things like this.
Yeah.
And booking a last minute flight to go back to Boston was not in the plan that we had, but we know that God's bigger plan in all of this is clearer once we walk through it. And
Yeah.
so
And like we didn't budget when we set out our budget to figure out how much we need to raise. We didn't budget in extra flights back to America. But apparently God already knew that because we raised a lot over our budget.
Yeah.
So through God's people, he's already got us covered for this.
And we don't know what it looks like after this. Really, we're going to Boston, we're getting treatment, and we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
We don't know what the rest of this time that we have planned for Scotland. We don't know if Mary's gonna stay in the States or if all of those details. We're just gonna take it, and we're taking this step because we really believe this is the best next step for Mary's health.
Yeah.
And we're going to take it one day at a time and trust the Lord through it.
Yeah. If you told us a week ago that we would be flying back to the States, we would say you're crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about our God is that he walks us through the crazy times.
Yeah.
And it is kind of crazy, but it feels right. We will keep you guys updated as the days, and by the time you're watching this, we will either be packing or already in Boston. The Lord is walking us through each step.
Yeah. And the reason
Yeah.
we've waited to post this is because there's a lot of details that we have to get in place before we leave.
Yeah.
I have to figure out some details with my schooling and my research and getting approvals from the school and all of that. And we need to get our flights in place and all of that. So we decided that it'd be best. We want to take you guys through all of life with us, but before we post this, we want to get some things in place.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
why you're watching it now
Right.
as opposed to back on Saturday.
But we're recording this now so that you guys are still with us.
It's real life, people.
It's real life. This is
Just
real
a
life.
few days later.
We are about to push Book It.
Yeah, so here's
And
the
we're not
deal.
talking about the Pizza Hut reading club.
If you know what we're talking about, leave a comment. We decided a few hours ago that we are going back to the States to get treatment for Mary in Boston. And my voice just cracked. Just laugh it up. And so I've been looking into flights this afternoon, and I found what I thought was a reasonable flight. Go ahead.
My lungs need to cough, but it hurts my head too bad. Anyway.
So I found what was, I thought, a reasonable price for a one-way flight. And our thought was we're going to fly there one way. We're going to be there, get Mary the treatment she needs, and then when the time comes, if the time comes, we'll book a flight to come back. So I was looking into that, and then I was like, okay, well, what if I just put in a round trip? How much would that be? And it was cheaper.
Cheaper than the one way.
So I was like, well, even if we ended up not using the return flight, which at some point, at least I will be coming back here to Edinburgh.
So
Even if we canceled it, like, this is a better deal. So,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
so are we gonna do it?
Yeah, we're pressing book now.
Should we? Wait, are you sure?
Pretty sure.
This is really different than the first time we booked these flights.
Yeah.
Like the flight to get here.
It was, like, crazy exciting the first time we booked
Yeah,
it.
full of unknowns and hopes and
Yeah.
fears.
This one's like, we gotta do this, and we're doing it.
Yeah. Like, still full of unknowns, hopes and fears, hopes that I'll get better. But all of those things we are laying before the Lord and just trusting that this is what He wants us to do. We're going to push book it, and then we're going to go.
Yep.
Okay. You
Here
going
we
to push
go.
it?
All right. I still have to enter all of our payment
The little
information.
turny thing, where'd it go?
Oh, there we go.
Did we do it?
Well, I gotta enter all our information.
Edinburgh to Boston. We're just viewing this as we're going to go to the States for a planned, probably about 2-week admission. So I'll be in the hospital getting treatment and therapy and tests and all of that. And we have round trip flights. So we'll just have to wait and see how my health does, and we're just waiting on the Lord to see if He wants us to stay in the States or come back here. We're obviously open to either one because we acknowledge that His plan could be either one.
Yeah.
So we're just I feel like it's safe to say we're not in shock because I feel like the Lord has prepared us for this. Like, I feel like it should be surreal, but it just feels right. It's like, I need to go back, and that's that.
Yeah, we
we
definitely sense that peace that surpasses understanding, and we definitely see that as God's evidence that He's at work in this and leading us in this, and we don't know what the weeks ahead look like. We only know that tomorrow we're flying to Boston, and we'll keep vlogging in this journey, and so pray for us and as we fly tomorrow. And Mary's health isn't great to start out with, and traveling always takes a toll on her, so we do have the benefit of knowing she's going in the hospital at the end of the trip, but we don't want to see things get worse. So that's what's up, and we wanted you guys to be part of it.
Thanks for coming along with us, and all of your support and just your friendship through YouTube. Like, it's just cool to see the community that, we started putting up little videos of, like, we're going to go to Scotland. And now it's just neat to see how the Lord has given us such a fun community of people from all over the country and all over the world. Like, it's just been really cool. So thank you, and we will keep you guys updated.
Well, we better go to bed, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.